Alright, been working today on Victrola VI, number 659474. That's VV-VI, 659474. I believe that's about 1923, but I have to check that to be sure. Obviously, it's the later style, and it appears to be in fumed mahogany. The later style has the paddle in the center here with the 4 screws that pops off instead of the whole lid pivoting up. And we have the motor completely serviced and greased and packed and all of that stuff. This one, like the last one I did, which was the 9, this one also had replacement springs in it, and in excellent condition too, much to my surprise. Did not appear to have been done recently, sometime in the last 60 or 70 years, I guess, because the grease had hardened on it, but they're looking good. And we have an exhibition reproducer, fully rebuilt of course. That's the only really way to run these. If you're going to play records, rebuild the reproducer. Be nice to the records and get a better sound out of it. Obviously, the crank is the wrong style. I don't know why it's got a long crank in it, but that's the one that came with it. It's not going to stay there. I'm going to find a proper 6 crank. I know I have one someplace. I have to put new leather in the brake yet. As you can see, my brake at the moment is a pen. That's normal stuff. I just got done cleaning the case and redoing the motor, and now we're testing the reproducer. The 6 is the larger of the 2 tabletop models without a lid. This is a lidded machine. This is a lidless machine. You know, you see it has a tone arm, tone arm support comes out the back. It's a larger version of the 4. This is a 2-spring motor in this. The 4 has a single spring motor. And it's a nice machine. I mean, this is actually solid mahogany. There are no veneers on this. And you know, I assumed the side panels were veneer. I was wrong, they're not. None of the panels on this machine are veneer. It's all solid red mahogany. Probably be prohibitively expensive to manufacture today using that particular wood, but in the 20s, it was all the rage. All right, let's see. Already set the speed, so that should be okay. Take the brake off. And we'll listen to it. Toot, toot, tootsie goodbye. There you go. The Benson Orchestra, Toot Toot Tootsie Goodbye. Actually, I might as well just let that run. Part of doing a service to the motor is spinning it over, cranking it up and winding it down 7 or 8 times just to distribute the grease, you know, inside the spring cans and along the gears, everything like that. Make sure everything's nice and even. And I've already played 4 or 5 records on this, so we're getting there. Spinning surprisingly quiet. I'm used to these motors having more of a voice to them. You don't hear this one too much. Guess it didn't get played much back in the day. Really nice woodwork on this. They did a nice job with all of their machines, but really a solid mahogany phonograph, that's solid mahogany anything is pretty rare. Lots of furniture in that time especially was red mahogany, but it was always veneer with maybe oak under it or some other wood. To find one that's solid, that's pretty special. I mean, the oak machine is too. The oak version of this is also solid oak. While most of the larger machines, such as this one, this is the Victor IX, used veneer, except not on the sides of the lid and places like that on the bottom here. That's all solid mahogany. But the doors here and on top, that is actually veneer. See if you can just barely make it out there. Just barely. Which is fine. It doesn't make a difference. It's still an excellent way to do it, and it looks very nice. It just gets very expensive when you start using exotic woods, you know, in their whole, to make a solid piece of furniture. That could drive costs up considerably. But there you go. Victor Victrola VI in red mahogany, 1920s.